All right, Sean Williams with Rivals.com, PowerMizzou.com, here with 2025 quarterback Carson Boyd, 3-star out of Cardinal Ritter. Carson, man, you've been blowing up throughout the spring and summer. Just kind of talk about that first. Talk about your recruiting process, how that's kind of blown up, and just kind of your busy summer and spring and everything too.
Yes, sir. So I got my first couple offers in January. So right after the season ended in December, and it's been going up since then. I picked up a couple offers in the spring, and this summer, mainly June, I camped a lot at a lot of different colleges. My dad took me to a lot of different places just to see what I like, to get a feel for all the programs that are recruiting me.
Yeah, talk about that camp circuit. Just kind of hitting that as a quarterback. What's that kind of like? And is it kind of a frenzy? Just to kind of do that many camps? And I mean, you impressed along the way. You picked up. I think I wrote down like at least like 8 or 9 offers you might have picked up this summer just based off camp performances.
Yes, sir. So at the quarterback position, it's a little different. A lot of OCs and QB coaches, they want to see you throw in person. It's not like receivers or DBs or linemen that they can watch your film and they can instantly pull the trigger. And it can be like that in some cases, but usually for me, a lot of coaches wanted to see me throw over the summer, so I got a lot of camp advice to go prove that I was as advertised on film. So I did a lot of throwings at a lot of different camps this summer, including Mizzou. I went to a 7-on-7 at Mizzou on the 16th of June, I believe. And at the quarterback position is really different as far as camping and how offers come.
Yeah. Just talk about that. I mean, we'll kind of get a little bit more into Missouri here in a bit, but just kind of maybe like overall, just from every coach that you kind of come into, like OCs, quarterback coaches, what do they kind of say they're like about your skills and abilities, what they kind of saw from you at camps and stuff like that?
They said they love how accurate I am and how consistent I am. They said they like that I had the ability to make plays with my legs on film, but also come to a camp where it's not a lot of running. I just display my throwing ability. So they said they like that a lot about me, my accuracy and consistency.
Yeah, I know you. I think you run for over 500 yards. So I know you got some talent with the legs. Did you have to run any 40s as a quarterback at some of these camps? Or what?
Some, but I didn't really run any 40s.
Okay, gotcha. We got stats wise over 1,500 yards. 28 touchdowns. I mean, I think the thing that really pops out with your stats is, you completed about 80% of your passes. So you're really accurate with the ball. Like I said, good with the legs too. So if things break down, you can really make plays in that direction too. 562 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Notice your nickname on your huddle is Cart Dog. So talk about that. Where did that kind of originate from?
So my dad gave that nickname to me when I was about 3 or 4 years old when I first started playing, and ever since then it just stuck.
Gotcha. Just rode with it then. So you got it that early, right?
Right.
Good deal. So talk about Missouri. Obviously, you just came from a visit there. I think this past weekend, but you were obviously, like you said, you were there in June for the 7-on-7. That's where you kind of initially impressed the coaches. Just talk about your first experience there at that 7-on-7, and the feedback you're kind of getting from the coaching staff right now.
Yes, sir. So Coach Kirby Moore, he came to my school in the spring, and I talked to him a little bit in our weight room, and he said he was excited to get me down there this summer for our 7-on-7. So I ended up playing very well. He watched all our games at the 7-on-7. I ended up, like I said, performing very well, and he told me he was going to stay in touch. And about, I believe it was 10 days later, he called me up and told me I had an offer, and it meant a lot, meaning that knowing that I'm from Missouri, so it's hometown, home state, SEC, big time ball.
Yeah, there you go. That's definitely what Missouri likes to hear right now. Being a St. Louis guy and everything like that. I mean, talk about your relationship with Kirby Moore right now. What do you like about his personality, and what does he kind of just more specifically, what does he say? Especially when he offered you, what does he say he likes about your skill set, and what he kind of saw from you during that 7-on-7 tournament?
Yes, sir. So when I talked to him, I actually talked to him yesterday. Yesterday was August 1st, but when I talked to him when he offered me, he told me that he loved how accurate I was at the 7-on-7, and like my team ended up winning the whole tournament, so that was cool. But he loved how consistent and accurate I was as a passer, and like he told me that not a lot of people have the ability that I have, to make plays and also be able to throw very well. So he said he liked that most about me.
Right. Obviously, the focus in June was kind of the 7-on-7 tournament. Like you said, your team won that. So that was really good. Really cool experience, I'm sure, too. You were back there this past weekend. Talk about that experience kind of coming back, being, I guess, maybe a little bit more laid back. You don't have a 7-on-7 tournament going on. So just talk about that visit and what kind of stood out to you this past weekend.
Yes, sir. This is my first time actually like touring the whole campus, so that stood out to me a lot. But yeah, this past weekend, I believe it was Saturday, I went up there and it was great. I chopped it up with Coach Drinkwitz and Coach Moore. I sat in a position meeting with him. We went over different schemes and stuff like that. But yeah, I loved it. It was very fun. We played games and stuff. We played putt and a Jeopardy game. So it was real fun being up there. And I was up there with a couple of guys I know, like Jeremiah McCullough and a few of my teammates.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
That's good. Talk about going back to Moore, and you mentioned like kind of sitting in meetings, checking out schemes and stuff like that. What do you like about Missouri's offense? What do you like about the way Coach Moore is kind of wanting to coach the quarterbacks and kind of coach those guys up?
I love that. I love the fact that they run a lot of concept that I'm used to. We run a lot of spread. He talked about them running a lot of spread, and he talked about how also with spread, I'm able to use my legs, which is music to my ears as well. So I want to distribute like all of my talent when I touch down on the program. So he really made that sit in my head, knowing that they run a lot of stuff that I'm already familiar with. And also I got the ability to use all of my talents.
Yeah. Talk about, you mentioned, hanging out with Drinkwitz as well. What do you like about his personality so far?
He's very upfront and very he's very outgoing and very upfront. He's a very great guy. He actually recruited my brother. My brother plays for Missouri State, but he recruited my brother as well. So that relationship is still building with him too.
Okay. Good deal. Putt. Talk about that. I mean, who's the best putt player among the coaches, or who might have won overall that day?
So our team won Team Ambush. We won the camp. I got the shirt on now. But
okay.
We won the visit camp. It was about 4 teams, but we ended up winning. Our team won the putt competition. Okay. Me and Nick McClellan and Jeremiah McClellan, we led our team in putt. So we ended up winning.
Okay. So
the team, yes,
the St. Louis kids came through, huh?
Yes, sir,
There you go. Awesome, man. What's kind of what's next for you? I mean, obviously you mentioned like touring the facilities. Kind of talk about that. What maybe stood out? Obviously they got like a new indoor. Just talk about maybe some things that stood out from that aspect, getting to tour everything.
The tour was great. I love the fact that they had a lot of different aspects that came with the inside of the facility. I viewed the campus as well. The training rooms and like you said, the new indoor is crazy, but the locker rooms and all that sort. So like the weight room, I think I did my photo shoot in the weight room. The weight room is huge. So like that'll play a big aspect in my commitment as well, like facilities and culture basically.
Yeah, gotcha. I was going to talk to you about that, just kind of moving forward. Obviously, you're getting prepared for your senior season. We'll maybe talk about that first. So, like, what's kind of your goals this upcoming season for you? I mean, like, personally and just as a team as well.
Okay, so I plan on going back to back with my team back at home. But for personal goals, I plan on leading the state in passing and receiving. Passing in all purpose yards. Also, like I said, plan on going back to back. Another goal. Let me see. I want to get All-State again, and I also want to move up in the national rankings.
Okay, there you go. I think you're well on your way. You came to our rivals camp in Cincinnati and did really well. Turned a lot of heads. So you've been doing good since then too. Talk about, obviously you've been, like you said, you've been busy camping. I think you visited, what did you do? Iowa State, Alabama, and Missouri during that little live period in July?
Yes, then the last week of July. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you've obviously been busy with that. What's you got any game day visits planned? Any schools you want to kind of get out to and catch a game, catch out that atmosphere and things like that?
Yes, sir, definitely. I'm planning on going to the Zoo to the Lou game versus Memphis in St. Louis at the Ram Stadium. Yes, sir. That's the game I plan on going to. Definitely.
Yeah, that'd be a fun one. Any other game day visits planned anywhere else or what?
Not yet. I haven't really looked at my schedule yet, but yeah, I gotta deal with my dad about that. I got a lot of invites to a lot of different game day visits, but But I'm gonna sit down with my dad and talk to which ones we can make.
Got to roll through the mail list, right? It's pretty extensive. Yeah, you mentioned. Kind of curious. You're playing quarterback now. When did that kind of start for you? Like, what age did you start playing quarterback? And maybe talk about some college or NFL quarterbacks you kind of look up to and like to emulate your game after.
So I started playing quarterback when I was 4 years old. My dad put me in training when I was 4, and ever since then I just stuck with it. A lot of quarterbacks stand out to me, but the ones that I love the most are, I would say, Justin Fields and Bryce Young. And I like those guys because they're very calm in the pocket. Their escapability is perfect, and they can use their athletic ability as well to escape situations.
All right.
Yes,
All right. Well, sounds good. Carson, really appreciate the time, man. Thanks for doing this. And we'll definitely catch up with you down the road in your recruiting process. Okay.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.